Continuing with our classic comedy today, we are going to be checking out Eric Morecambe and Ernie Wise, aka Morecambe and Wise. And after the success of the Mastermind video from the Russ Abbott reaction that I did, a lot of people said I need to check out the Morecambe and Wise Mastermind sketch as well, because they said this one's just equally as funny. So I'm looking forward to it. Morecambe and Wise was something, again, that my dad watched, but I never really took any notice of because I was too busy on my Sega and what have you. So, you know what? Let's check out some of this old comedy. Okay, so checking out Morecambe and Wise for the first time properly as an adult and doing Mastermind. Let's go. Oh, it's the proper music as well. Not Master Brain like Russ Abbott. Is that really Magnus Magnusson as well?
Hello and welcome to the final heat of Mastermind, the end of our quest to find the Mastermind of the United Kingdom, and the end of a long intellectual trail for our two finalists. As usual, the rules are perfectly straightforward. Anyone who cannot answer a question may pass, and then I go right on to the next question. The contestant with the fewest number of passes and the highest number of correct answers will be Mastermind 1974. And now let's
1974?
Get right down to business, and may we have the first contestant, please.
Is that how old this is?
Your name, please.
Ernie Wise, Harrow University, Professor of English Literature.
Professor Wise, the final round, as always, is on general knowledge. And you have 1 minute on general knowledge questions starting now. What is the wheel arrangement of a prairie locomotive?
262.
Correct. When the Ring was given its first performance at Covent Garden in 1892, who was the conductor?
Mahler.
Correct. Charles Dodgson wrote a famous book. What is the name of the book and his pen name?
Alice in Wonderland, Lewis Carroll.
Correct. Who wrote Old Maid, She Was a Gypsy?
Keats.
Correct. Noel Coward's play, Still Life, was made into a film under the title
Brief Encounter.
Correct. Sergeant Troy is a character in a novel
Far from the Madding Crowd.
Correct, by Thomas Hardy. They do say
Edward Heath.
Correct. In
Get out of it.
Roger Bannister.
Correct. And
Has he got the answers on his hand or something? What's going on with this? He's actually answering the questions quicker than he's asking him. I thought it was just a massive boffin.
By Thomas Hardy. They do say
Edward Heath.
Correct. In 1954.
Roger Bannister.
Correct. Under a law dating back
William
to the year.
Pitts.
Correct. It was said of this
Capability
man.
Brown.
Correct. And that brings us to the end of your round, Professor Wise. And if we look at the scoreboard, we see that you have scored
Maximum 10 points.
Okay.
I thought I would.
Like a Boy Scout.
Thank you, Professor Wise. May we have the next contestant, please?
An easy questions here, sure there, didn't he?
Maximum points.
Tell look, he stabs in the dark. Excellent.
Watch this. Next contestant, please.
Okay.
And your name, please.
I'm expecting something completely and utterly different from this guy. This will be Morecambe, won't it? So the first guy was that clever. He was answering the questions before he'd even asked them towards the end, because he's just that good, like a proper schoolboy, Boy Scout type thing. I know everything. I know it all.
Eric Morecambe, Milverton Street School, infants.
What? Around, as with your fellow finalist, is on general knowledge. Your general knowledge questions start now. Can you finish the following? Little Bo Peep has lost her...
Cardigan.
No, has lost her sheep.
And what is a cardigan made from, sir?
Wool.
And do we get wool from sheep?
Yes, that's correct.
Thank you, that's one for me, please.
Please remain seated, Professor Wise.
He's not allowed to object, is he, sir?
Correct.
That's another one for me. Put it up.
Hey! Right, I see what's going on here now. So obviously he's related the cardigan to the wool to the sheep. So sheep is the right answer. So his wool and his cardigan is the right answer. Now, because he's asked a question and got a right answer, he said, I'll have a point for that. Right, okay. Okay, so he's taking everything literally just to try and get ahead in this competition.
Actually, he hasn't answered the question right yet,
Professor
Mr. McNamara.
Wise, please try to remember where you are. Now, Mr. Morecambe, here is your next question. Who won the FA Cup in 1930?
Arsenal!
Correct, Arsenal.
Wait a minute, that was an accident. That's all wrong. That was a flagrant disregard of the rules.
Professor Wise, please, as chairman, I'm the person who decides whether the rules are being disregarded or not. This contest will be conducted in a seemly and a proper manner.
This isn't a bingo hall, is it, sir?
Too right.
Too right, that's 5 altogether.
One
Too
more
right.
outburst, Professor Wise, and I may be forced to disqualify you.
Oh, brilliant.
Now, your next question, Mr. Morecambe. Can you tell me the name of Shylock's wife?
Mrs. Shylock.
Oh.
Wait a minute, that wasn't her name.
It must be Mrs. Sherlock if he's Mr. Sherlock. That must be...
But Mr. McNamara didn't mean that.
But technically, he
He's
is
right.
Correct. Put another one up for me.
All right, let's go on to the next question.
Oh, right. So what we're doing is we're doing alternate answers. We're doing alternate answers that is technically right, but not what he's got wrote on his cards. Basically, MOrcambe is manipulating the situation, and the fact that he's using words like "two right" and he's adding 2 points this is genius. Which came first? Did this come first, or did the Russ Abbott one come first? Let me know in the comments.
In which coach does a queen travel when she opens Parliament?
The one used by the reigning monarch for the opening of Parliament.
No, it's the Irish state coach.
Yes, but is that, or is it not the one used by the reigning monarch for the opening of Parliament?
Yes, that's correct.
That's another one.
Here we go again.
He didn't answer that question correctly. When
He did say that it was a coach used by the reigning monarch, and I really must accept that.
Yeah, but if he doesn't know the right answer, he should say pass.
Professor Wise, I really must ask you for the last time to try to contain
Technically
yourself.
right.
A man in your position ought to know better. Where did you say you taught?
Harrow University.
Did he say Harrow University?
That's correct.
That's another one. Put it on.
Get out of
Next
it.
question on general knowledge. Mr. Morecambe?
Correct. Put that one up as well.
He didn't answer that correctly either. He's got 9 marks. He should have said pass. He didn't know the answer.
Yes, I take that point. Now look, Mr. Morecambe, I think that I must remind you that if you don't know the answer to a particular question, you must say pass.
I fully understand. Next question, please.
Are you quite sure that you understand the rule?
Oh, yes. If I don't know the answer, I say pass.
Correct.
That's it. Put another one up.
I knew that
What
was
sort of a
coming.
game do you call this? Hard questions you asked me, and I gave you proper answers.
Listen, you got a mark every time he said correct. I should get a mark every time he says correct.
You
Max.
please return to your seat,
Yeah,
Professor
but he's
Wise.
level with me now. He's level with me, and he hasn't even answered the question correctly.
But there's still one to go.
The decider.
Well, let's play by the rules, shall we?
Professor Wise, for the last time, will you please return to your seat?
This is a rotten game.
Bad loser.
Because this is the final question, the question that will decide who is to be Mastermind of 1974, I must ask you once and for all to obey the rules and give a proper answer.
Ready when you are, Polly?
Now, you do understand that if you cannot answer the question, you must say pass.
I fully understand.
All right, here's the deciding question, and it's on geography. It descends from Landi Kotal through Shinwaki territory to Landi Khana. It is the most important route from Afghanistan into Pakistan. It's the Khyber what?
Pass.
The Khyber Pass, correct. Mr. Morecambe, you are Mastermind 1974.
Wait a minute, this isn't fair. This isn't right.
That was very similar to the Russ Abbott thing where he's like, what? No. You know what I mean? And then getting the questions right.
Mr. Morecambe, you are Mastermind 1974.
Wait a minute, this isn't fair. This isn't right. Mr. I'll never watch you
This is
wrestle
genius.
again.
That was absolute genius, and the fact that he was eking his way through that that barrage of questions with answers that were relevant but not exact was brilliant. And the fact that he said to him at the end, "You're gonna have to give me the correct answer that's on here, and if you don't know it, you say pass." And obviously, it comes up as the Khyber Pass. I mean, that, like I say, that was like very, very Ella Russ Abbott. So, but I don't know which one of these came first. So you need to let me know in the comments which came first. Did Russ borrow from Eric and Ernie there, or did, you know, and then elaborate, or was it the other way around? Because I don't know how long each one was going and who came first, you know what I mean? But I mean, checking out these classic comedies, it's such a trip for me because, like I say, it feels like a forgotten thing, a forgotten type of comedy that we don't see much of anymore. I mean, Saturday Night TV nowadays is all like Gladiators and like other types of shows, but I don't watch them at work anyway because I'm at work anyway. But I mean, this stuff feels like it was relevant at the time and very, very, very funny. I like that. That was good. Very, very clever. Very, very well done. Anyway, what do you guys think of this reaction? Let me know in the comments. If you want me to check out any more Morecambe and Wise, and let me know which sketch to do in the comments. And I'll see you all next time.